harvest time at Madrona Farm, and among the workers are some mighty busy insects that just might be the difference in some growing seasons.
You need the bee to pollinate the actual plant to create fruit.
But when you think of bee pollination, it's generally flowers. In fact, many food crops are also pollinated by bees. Fruit trees, but also veggies like squash, beets, broccoli, and carrots.
So the bee is the vessel that carries the pollen from the male flower to the female flower, which creates the fruit.
Honeybees are prolific, but it's native bees which most affect a crop's quality and yield. There's 400 species in BC, and each native plant has its own pollinator, a native bee who gets some fancy assists for pollination.
On some of the flowers, there's actual landing strips for the bees to come on the petals. When the flowers are ripe, they flash these sort of landing strips, so it's pretty neat.
Madrona's land is south-facing sandy soil, perfect pollinator habitat. That's because 70% of bees live underground.
These are the holes, and so different native bees nest in different ways.
But is it worth planting cover crops and letting native vegetation return to rebuild native bee habitat? Well, those bees made the difference with Madrona's cherries this summer.
On a cold spring like this one, you look at the cherries. This year, it was like the most cherries we've ever had on a cherry tree, and that's all just done through native bees pollinating it.